you know you're an adult when you start tracking your expenses. Like you have an Excel sheet with your budget for the month, and you know the prices of, Julia was saying she knows the prices of sugar.
Now I know.
Price of cooking oil.
I didn't know.
And then, you always wonder, where is the money going? But when you start tracking your expenses, you see where the money is going because you can see the increment of prices of foodstuff and whatever daily. Hi guys, welcome to our channel. Welcome to another episode of Over 25. All right. Some housekeeping. I'll start with housekeeping. I do that when I say doing MC services. Housekeeping. The toilets are towards the right. If you need to smoke. Anyway. If you're new here, over 25, what do we do here? Chit chat around women over the age of 25. We're way over the age of 25, but we're not gonna discuss that now. Hit the subscribe button if you are all about good vibes and good energy. Please, please, please. I want to introduce the members of this very, very beautiful channel. Let's start to my right. What is your name?
Lonzi Gatabaki.
All right. Follow her on her socials at Lonzi Gatabaki. And who is this lady?
You can call me Shiki. If you want to follow me, Miss Tiramisu.
All right. Wonderful. Who is this lovely lady in the postcards?
Jules _her. If you want to follow me, that's my Instagram. On my YouTube, I'm my tiny little channel, my TLC.
All right, good. And I am Ivy, just Ivy, literally, just Ivy. Yeah. Today, what are we discussing? Adulting, guys. We are knee deep in the stages.
Waist deep now.
Waist deep. Actually, it's waist deep.
We are waist deep now.
There's no turning back.
There's no turning, guys.
Nowhere.
No. We've been thrown in the deep end. We have no choice but to swim. And sometimes we drown. And I know a lot of you also who are going to watch this would relate to the fact that sometimes adulting can make you feel like you're drowning. And I can remember when it hit me that I'm an adult. I don't know if you guys remember when it hit you like shit.
Like really
I'm an adult. I don't know. Yeah, you were slapped. Like, oh shit, there's no turning back. But I guess that's what we're going to discuss in the episode today. And before that, because my friends and I are waist deep in adulting, I want to start with a check-in. I always do this. They probably really hate it. And they'll probably say, I'm fine, Ivy. But let's start with a check-in because adulting also requires you to check in on your friends. So because I started that before, Julia, quick check-in. How are you?
Wow.
How are you, babe?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. The challenges of life are challenging.
Yeah.
They are there.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not... I know what not good feels like.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not good.
Okay.
But I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that financially, whatever. I mean like emotionally and wellnessy.
Yeah.
I'm still not there. But I'm managing.
Good.
And I think I'm managing okay.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
There's a time we did a check-in and Julia was like, I'm going through, like right now mentally I'm not okay. I feel what she was feeling that time. Yeah, I'm down in the fucking dumps.
Oh, babe!
But you guys know that.
Okay,
yeah, I'm in the fucking pits and adulting. I wish you could allow yourself to be in the
Give
pits.
us a shot!
I wish you could allow yourself to be in the pits for like a month and then come back. But you're in the pits and you're adulting and you're mothering and you're working and you're shooting over 25. There's no break. That's why I'm
you
like,
don't have time to I just want to chill.
Just
There's
feel.
nothing like
even
that.
just to sit and feel.
There's
what you're
nothing
feeling.
like that.
And even sometimes when you go on holiday, when you need that holiday, like for example, right now, the break you need is, for example, the holiday you went to. Yeah. But when you're on holiday, like you are okay. Yeah. You get, and then when you're back, when you need the holiday and a break, it's just not there.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Rather not, I went on holiday to feel. The time I broke up with somebody. Yeah. Remember that what was it that year? 2020. That COVID, and I broken up with that Hindiot. The Hindiot, I was like, Nanda Kilifi, please, fuck this. Babe, even the ocean just looks sad. It's not good. Like,
babe, everything triggers you. No, like when you're on holiday, you're sad. Yeah, I get it.
You're just like, not even this bed, it's a double bed. I'm alone, and it's in this side. You call your coffee cup in the car.
Okay.
So, but I felt some healing when I was there. But like a huge chunk of the holiday was dulling.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let me tell you, wherever you go, this is what Abraham Hicks says. No matter where you go, there you are. Ooh. So you must fix yourself.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel Abraham Hicks, they say simplest things, but they're so
Yeah.
genius. Wherever you go, there
There
you
you
are.
are.
Dum dum.
And you're just like, oh, I get that.
get- ooh, ooh.
Yeah, you need to work on the issue because even if you go on holiday, you'll go and find another toxic situation there and another because you have not fixed what needs to be fixed.
Wow, that's so true.
We're
Yeah.
adulting.
Adulting. Where are you?
Don't be a child. Fuck.
I've seen how my kids live, and it looks like a plan. Oh my God.
Those quarters.
These are my squatters.
You, how are you
me-
feeling? What's going on with you?
Me, I'm feeling like I'm in need of a holiday. I have slight money moods, but aside from that, I am good.
All right. Good attitude. Good attitude. Baby.
For me, I also have money moods, but I've had them. They're part of my life now. Yeah, every it's like part of my life. Yeah, and then I'm just tired. Not gym ilikuwa too mob. Man.
I had FOMO for the gym today.
I'm physically tired, but I'm good. Otherwise,
Where have you been? First of all, on Monday you are not there. On Tuesday you are not there.
haven't
And then
been
I
to the
asked
gym in
Shiv.
so long.
I asked
she
Shiv.
said that Julia even asked me where Ivy is.
Yeah, I was like,
Thanks,
wait,
babe.
because babe, you told me. First of all, whatever is going on here, I love this.
love this as
I
well.
love
It's
this.
so
The gold and
pretty.
the
Got it from Matty Apparel. Thank you, Matty.
pretty.
Yeah.
hiyo anatenda tanunua tuko tuna twin.
Even
Yeah, I asked Chief, where's Ivy Ati? I'm asking myself the same question. I was like, listen, I'm not gonna gossip about my friend. So me, I was just like, no, I'm sure she's coming. I'm sure she's whatever. And then I planned on calling you, but I didn't want to do that thing for you are not at the gym. I'm just calling to check if you're okay. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So because I don't want her to feel when she doesn't come. Now Julia is wondering where she is.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm telling you,
Me, I'd love that. Be in my space. Me, ask me.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
but yeah. Let me crawl out of my fucking pits, guys, and then I'll
Yeah.
come back fully loaded.
At
Okay.
least just come tomorrow, one day.
Friday is normally so hard to come.
I know,
I'd rather
'cause-
Monday.
Try tomorrow.
Okay, guys.
Just
yeah.
do tomorrow.
Okay.
We do tomorrow, 6:15.
Yeah.
We have a shoot
And
tomorrow.
that's the other thing I'm being about 6:15.
Babe,
It's okay. I'll make it.
7:15. You want me
I'll
to come
make
pick
it.
you?
I'll make it.
Hey, you're going to the gym. Do you want me to come pick you?
We'll discuss after the episode because I don't want to disappoint her. Mornings are difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. All right. Those of you watching this, I hope you take this chance to check in on that friend that you haven't checked in on a long time. Even check on yourself.
Yeah.
Go into the mirror. Ask, hey, how are you? Dr. Wundi was here last time and she told us, talk back to yourself, you know? Talk back to yourself. Yeah, that inner voice. All right, let's go back to the topic of the day. You can see from the title we are discussing, we are talking, how do I say this? You know you're an adult when... ... All right. So I think I'll start by saying one of the first moments where I was hit and slapped with proper adulting is when you go to the shower and there's no water coming out, and then you're told kuna airlock, and you can't call your mom.
Who is an airlock?
You can't call your dad. You have to figure out how to fix that airlock.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know how to fix an airlock. I call a handyman.
I was gonna ask you
when
how
I used to
you
live
fix
with
an airlock.
with my baby daddy, he used to fix the airlock for me. But
Okay.
I don't know. Do you guys know how to fix your airlocks?
Nope, I do not. But I know if there's airlock, like I need to figure out how it will be fixed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's great. I need to figure out how it needs to be
I need to
fixed.
find the handyman and bring him.
And I think as women, we need to figure out how to, fix these things. It shouldn't be,
Yeah.
because sitting here, I'm just like, sheesh. So
Yeah.
now, without a man in my life, I don't know how to fix an airlock. I won't shower. Or I'll go and shower in the other showers in the house because I'm so lucky that the other showers in the house.
Lucky you. No, but even me, who lives with a man, some of these things, sometimes I try to take them upon myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be stuck
Yeah.
if he's not there. If
Yeah.
he travels,
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to be able to know how to do these things.
Yeah.
I have another one.
Yeah, when did you
Kama
find out?
tumemaliza
You know you're an
airlock.
adult when?
Hey, I felt like I was waist deep in adulting when I had to go through forms to see what my insurance is gonna offer me, and not that a company is paying for it. I am the one who was paying for it. As in going through to make sure
You're right.
I've optimized what me and my kids and as in us as a family we're gonna have on our insurance.
Buying your own health insurance.
Health insurance is so expensive.
My friend.
It is.
My
It's
friend.
so fucking expensive, and then you still go to hospital and you make payments. I don't understand.
I know. What do they call it?
Copay.
Copay. You still copay. There's some
Yeah.
dawas you can't get. There's some whatevers.
What is it called? Clinic for babies. What is it called? Vaccines.
Vaccines. There's some vaccines that are not on that thing.
Most
Yeah,
of
I
them.
think insurance people are. I have so many issues.
Yeah,
with
you
insurance.
mentioned that you have an
Yeah, I just
think
find
I
it
mentioned
quite. It's it's quite I don't know, there's some unethicalness there. It's like pay this and then you get this, but terms and conditions. And the terms and conditions are probably 70% of where you need help.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they milk our ignorance. Yes. They milk our
That you
ignorance.
wait a year to get this service. What if I'm sick this year? Like, guys, so
There's this lady on Instagram, I don't know which other platform she's on. She's called Lariske Africa. Actually, I'm planning to have a conversation with her. If you guys have any questions around insurance and whatever, just talk to her. She's independent of any insurance body. And she had this thing happen to her. She was widowed around, I think, the COVID period. And that's what made her realize that her insurance was complete fucking shit. So she made a point to learn more about insurance and blah, blah, blah. So you reach out to her if you have any questions, and then she'll be able to guide you independent of any insurance
not trying
body.
to push any agenda.
Yeah, we talked about insurance. I remembered my insurance is expiring in
See,
August.
that's the next point,
For
even I
me
think.
and my girls, and I'm just like, oh man. But it's very, very necessary.
It is. Unfortunately, it's still necessary.
It made me miss employment.
Oof. It's actually one of the things, salary every 30 days, first thing. Second thing, health insurance. My God.
That thing, buying your own laptop.
Man.
You know you're an adult
When you have to buy
you
your
have to
own
buy your own
laptop.
equipment to work. Your own laptop, your own I don't know what. Yeah.
You need to buy your own tools.
You need to buy your own tools of trade. Hey, my friend. Yeah. Lindsay, when did you know you're an adult?
I think you've mentioned just something about your insurance running out. And I think for me, what hit me, like when I became an adult, is like time moves so fast. Like a year is so short. Like it's not the same like when, I was even talking to my sister and saying, I think even when you have a kid in your 20s or even early 20s, like their 1 year is so much longer than if you have a kid in your 30s. Like, because already your year is so short. So you see your kid growing up, I think, so much faster than when you were younger. I feel, because just time moves quick. Like a year is not the same. It's not the same. Insurance, like nowadays, if someone tells you wait a year, you're like, it's fine, it's not that long. Kitambo, someone tells you wait a year, you're like,
Feels like forever.
yo, when will that reach me? That's just how I feel. Like time is shorter. Time is just shorter. You don't have time. Time is running out. Yeah.
What you mean? The way you're told, like, if you're investing your money starting in your 20s, the amount of money you would have by the time you're 30 is so much. Like, when you understand that power of that compound interest, you're shocked. Okay, I get what you mean.
Like, when will 10 years reach?
Yeah.
You know, but then somehow, right now, if you take one of those life policies and you're like, in 10 years, you're like, I'll be 40-something. I wouldn't be that, like, it's not that far.
What it doesn't feel as far as 30 felt when we were 20.
Even when we were 20, remember how we used to think 30-year-olds are old people? You're there and you're being catty. What? Hey,
She has an
old
old
man, and he's 30 and you're 20.
Guys.
It's not, oh my goodness. And then also,
We're not that old.
also the media that's put, especially to women, by the time you're nini and you don't have kids and you've not been married and biological clock. Is it true? Anyway, but we're told.
From 28.
Geriatric pregnancy. Imagine.
That's what we're facing.
That's what we're facing right now. If you're getting pregnant in your 30s, it's called a geriatric pregnancy.
You
And
hit 35.
geriatrics is the whatever science of old people.
Clearly,
Old
I'm
people.
fucked. I'm going to have a baby with old ovums and old semen. Like, fuck that shit. My child will be clever and beautiful and magnificent.
And you will be at a very beautiful, if you want to have children, you'll be at a very beautiful age to raise them.
I think you'll be way more primed than Will.
Yeah.
For sure. She's like, what else?
These people who say, if you don't rush to have children or don't rush to be in a relationship, don't feel bad if you're single, just meditate and journal. I'm like, those people who write those things, I've come to the conclusion that those are people who are divorced. They've had kids, they've had husbands they don't want, and now they're like in their car. In their phase of liberation, and they're like, imagine this is where it's at. I'm like, yeah, you're saying that because you've
Your context is very
now me, my nini is different. So don't tell me not to look for our own body in this Nairobi. I will look for my own body to keep me warm as I'm waiting for my somebody. Don't tell me my own body at now you're being, I don't know, you're not being patient. Fuck you. Because those are people who talk from a place of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the context. You need to give us rules.
Nowadays, me, I'm like, I live my life based on my experience, my traumas, my issues.
Yeah.
If you have an opinion, imagine it's yours, not mine.
You're living your truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's an episode we should shoot. You need to give us rules of having a warm body. I wonder how that works.
Me, imagine there are no rules. You go as you
I wonder how that works.
Somebody.
Me, I can really fall in love. Me, the way I am, my God.
Babe,
Look at me the right way. Oh, God.
But babe, see, I used to be like that. Then now you have to wake up. You wake up, my friends. You can't just be a falling in love. Everyone who says you look cute. Even you tell them you look cute too. God damn it. I was gonna say something.
Choose, baby.
Because my one for me was actually health insurance as well. But for me, it wasn't just necessarily. It was paying for my own health insurance. That's when. Because I was under my dad's health insurance for the longest time in my 20s. And then when I started working, thank God three of the companies I worked for covered my insurance. But now I cover my own health insurance because I'm a consultant where I am at the moment. But other than paying, aside from paying for your own health insurance, because health insurance is not like at 10K, 20K. Mine is a lot of money. It's even more than my rent.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. But I think for me, when I was just like, bro, you're alone in this world, is when I was in hospital. My outpatient had finished because I had an injury, and I had to go do a scan, and that's. I didn't even know so the lady who was there told me, you should not come to these expensive hospitals to get, when you're getting your prescription, go to a chemist. If you're going to the private hospital, don't get the medicine from there. Small things like that. Because my outpatient finished. And I think I was just sitting there thinking, I had to top up. To get my CT scan. And I was just like, I actually can't call my mom. I can't call my dad. It's my problem. Like, I can't even, you can't call them. And then another thing is when you're young, when you're sick, your folks know you're sick. Even when you have a cold, I have a cold. Make sure you take a cold cup. Make sure you take a ginger honey. Make sure, now you're in your house by yourself. You are sick by yourself. You have out of insurance by yourself.
You're parenting yourself.
There's nobody else. Especially if you're single.
You take yourself to hospital.
Especially if you're sick. Exactly. That was another thing now, taking yourself to hospital. Because no one knows you're unwell except you. Especially if you're single, at least if you're adulting but you have a partner, you have somebody at least to bounce that lamentation on. Like, my insurance has shared anyway. It'll be okay. No. Now you're just like, it's you and yourself. And I was like, you need to grow the fuck up. You need to own these big emotions and big decisions without anxiety. Just be like, it's in insurance. When I'm not going to top up until. So now I was like, okay, I have like 6 more months left before I renew. If I get sick, don't get sick. I have to know which over-the-counter meds I can take. Where?
I have conversations with myself like that. I'm like, can we just not get sick? We can't afford to get sick.
But just in general, let me just say, this thing of health insurance, I find it, what's the word? I find it like generally unethical. I feel like medication and healthcare is a human right as much as like water, because disease is inevitable. But then if you don't have money to pay for something, you're going to die. What the fuck is that? I think it's a right as much as education, having access to good quality healthcare. And I feel like, you see how 200 years ago we had slaves, and at that time it was normal. Like, these niggas, they're slaves. They ain't nothing. And now we look back and say, guy, how could a whole group of people, white people, to do that to another race? I feel like that's what's going to happen like 200 years from now. Who are the opposite of our ancestors? Our predecessors will be looking back like, how is it that people had to pay to go to hospital? Like, if you don't have money for your cancer treatment, you're going to die. What the fuck is that? It's so unfair. Yet the government is the one that's giving us aflatoxin in our unga. And then we have to pay. And all the leaders in this country, they never go to Kenyatta National Hospital.
I feel like in 200 years it will be worse than it is now.
You think so?
Like
we're evolving to better. Maybe the environment might be worse, I don't know, but I think we are evolving to be more humane and more inclusive. There's that awareness of humanity that didn't exist, kitambo with the wars and stuff. But anyway,
definitely. But humans will forever be the ones they are. The rich will always be richer. Capitalism will get worse. That's just how I see. Like, I don't see how humanity will get better. But of course, technology will get better and we'll be able to fix our planet somehow, hopefully, through science. But the human nature, I don't see how in 200 years it will be fixed. I don't know though.
I just find it strange that you can go down to the coast and there's places where you can only get in if you've paid for the hotel. If you've, and it's like it's a public beach. Like this is a natural resource. Some things just sit weirdly with me. And then it's like, okay, this is the public beach, so you're raia. Yet this whole strip of land belongs to us as people who reside in this country, were born in this country. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
Some things I find strange, but anyway, that's just how I think.
Life. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but I do have one more that I've thought of. Something that really hits you when you know you're adulty or you're no longer a spring chicken is when you start to do things or take care of yourself in ways that like you never used to care when you're young. Like now you're like, I want to eat more greens. I need to start taking vitamin C. I need to start taking vitamin D3. I need to,
Even just going to the gym.
Even just going to the gym, because like before by the way, for me now, I can say that personally, I don't go to the gym to lose weight. I know there's people who do it. They have their goals. They're like, I'm trying to lose 6 kilos, 7 kilos. That's cool. But I was very militant with myself in my 20s. I didn't have a very good deal. As much as I looked good and I was going to the gym and everyone was like, oh my God, you go to the gym, woo. Let me tell you, at home by myself, I hated. I mean, it was hard. It was, I had a negative relationship with food. I had a negative relationship with training. It was I was pushing through negativity. Like, I don't want to go. I don't know. Because it was just about weight loss, looking good, bikini. Now I'm like, I need to move more, because if I just sit in the office and go home, I feel it makes me feel away.
I check my steps these days.
You check your steps, just because you know what it does to your heart rate. You know the health benefits. So you're more worried about taking care of yourself. And also like aging and the aging process. You're like, oh my gosh, okay, so now I need to take care of myself, because you're thinking about at 40, how will this affect me? But in your 20s, whether you're eating hamburgers every day, I mean, you might think about it a little bit. But you
about how you look.
If
If you're eating hamburgers and you still look good, you're like,
it's okay.
it's what else, You know you're an adult when you fungua a file. Have you fungua a file yet? Or rather, growing up, growing up, I don't know if it was the same in your households, but us growing up, Shosho had a file for everybody in a cabinet. Like we knew where the files were. And then I think when I got pregnant the first time, I went to the supermarket and I bought files. So I have a file for myself, a file for Shazi. I haven't gotten one for Shiloh yet. I even bought one for Shiv.
And what is in these
What do you put in these files?
For example, for Shazi, I started putting like the documents that we'd get when we go for clinic, her scans, her birth certificate, school stuff, school documents I also put there. In mine, I put my work documents, my acceptance letters, my contracts, such like things. Even my passport I was given not so long ago, by the way. As in my documents were handed over to me by Shosho, not that long ago. They still used to live in her house.
My mom still has some of my documents.
Even some of my birth certificate is it's not with me.
Even me, I think my dad has my birth certificate in a briefcase. He has a briefcase with everyone's things.
No, that's the file.
Like a traditional briefcase. Not for
Even Shosho's cabinet was that metal one. One for offices.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she still has it, and there's a file literally for everybody. So if you need any of your documents for something, living certificate, such things, I call home when I need them.
All the certificates, all the prizes you got, the accolades from high school, primary school, university.
Certificates, all those you want. Now I'm the one with the file.
Yeah, I have a suggestion for you for the scans, prescriptions, the medical stuff that you get for your kids. There's an app called Afia Record.
Okay.
That allows you to. It's a data-driven app. Here's the thing, guys. Let me speak for myself. When I was moving doctors when I was pregnant, it was very difficult for me to get my documentation from the first doctor to the second doctor. Sometimes if you get sick and you need to get surgery, let's say in the UK or whatever, it's very difficult for you to get your to trace your back from Nairobi to whatever. It takes a long time. So Afia Record is an app that allows you to digitize all your health data.
That would be so helpful.
So here it is. So every time I go to hospital now, I take photos of literally anything. This is a scan, take, and then I file it under Tallinn's or Taipei's or my file.
I love that.
And it also has now that history of you did you went to the doctor, this particular doctor on this day, on this day. So you have access to your health data here. So when you go to a doctor, it's not a matter of I don't remember, because sometimes even your last I don't remember what I was given. So I have pictures of literally every
The medication.
the medication, the scans, the results, the follow-up
Receipts
visits.
I would like to keep. Receipts are so hard for me to keep. Yeah.
Everything. So that can help you, because I am very poor with paperwork. So when I discovered this app, I was like, God is
No, that's
good.
very helpful. And
Yeah.
what I like about it is you can do it then and there. The
Yeah.
problem with filing, like actual filing, I can't remember the last time I filed.
The paper stack up.
The
Then you have
paper
to.
stack up, then I have to go through them. It's
Yeah.
so boring.
Even e-citizen, you get to keep like so much stuff there.
Yeah. Hey, you know you're an adult when?
Hey, you remember your e-citizen password?
My
You
friend.
even know what's on eCitizen.
My friend.
When you're an adult, when you're looking at your DL every 6-7 months to check when it's expiring. In fact, I need to check when my DL is expiring.
Me, I know mine expires in December. At the height of
Ah,
when
yeah,
policemen want
yeah.
bribes. Because the time I removed it confident. Mama, later I driving license, put in my ID number. You're shown there in red, expired. My friends,
Humble yourself.
humble yourself. Now I know, November I have to pay for my deal.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, there was an issue on eCitizen you couldn't renew for 3 years. I don't know if that, you can
Even
only
my
do
last
for a
one was
year.
a year.
Yeah, I don't know why they've done that.
Because
so.
they want money every year because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, this country.
More expensive.
Have you seen that at this new expressway inside the city?
Yeah.
Anyway, this expressway inside the city that we are paying tolls inside the city.
Yeah.
We are paying a toll from Westlands to Kilimani. Yeah.
Well, is it express if you're stopping everywhere to pay?
Yeah, is it really? Is that really?
So many.
That makes
Have you seen that they're not accepting M-Pesa?
Yeah.
At it's only
to
cash.
register, you have to go on Mombasa Road and then you have to pay cash. Why?
What?
For what?
Imagine.
Why?
1,000 bob to it doesn't.
Let me ask you, who pay if somebody says cash only? What do you think?
In fact, guys say no cash. Now, if you're saying cash only, where is my money
And we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Where is my money?
Me, I
Yeah.
can't remember the last time I withdrew
I
money
never
like
have
this.
money.
The first time I was arrested, I remember.
I'm shocked, you
Wow.
guys.
There was
You have
so
to
much.
pay tax.
Like
I
those
know
guys
this.
had money. Like literally, someone just took. Like I'm sure that's what they do. But I was like,
Yeah.
why is this a cash
Guys,
based system?
We're supposed to be going cashless. What's
Yeah.
going on?
I don't even have money for my
government.
child's piggy bank.
There are
'cause
places
I
where you
never
just go
have
with your
money.
phone. Now we are going back to cash. Why are we being
We are being
taken
taken
back
for
like
a
this?
ride.
Is there an app to digitize piggy banks? If you're the
Yeah.
app master.
Sure,
Because where are we getting money for? Because honestly, you're right.
Oh,
Even
to
these guys on the
ferry.
streets, I get so stressed because I'm like, I want to give, but
Yeah.
honestly, the last time I even saw a 50 bob.
Yeah.
When was that? It's so stressful.
Even the tooth fairy nowadays, Shazi is like, oh, nothing has been brought because we don't have cash. The tooth fairy didn't have money.
You need to. Can you pay for a child an M-Pesa?
So you can't even pay online. What do you mean register? You have to go to Mombasa Road and register what?
Like to register to use the
expressway.
expressway.
So I can't do it on my phone.
You
I
don't
can't
on
register.
eCitizen.
At that time, unless it happened, but when they were announcing it, you had to go physically.
Use the road, you register.
Because you have to pay at
You
the
have to
tolls.
pay.
You just pay at the toll.
No, you have to
Unless
be
uko na
in
cash.
your list.
And I guess there's a
That's
registration
what
fee.
kwa hiyo.
And I guess there's a registration.
Of course.
So to use a public road, there's a registration. So to walk, there's a registration fee to breathe air. That's what I feel like. I don't know. What the hell?
So I can't just wake up today and decide I'm going to use the expressway because I'm kind of running
must
out of time.
register
I have
to
not
use-
registered.
Right
You
now
have to
you can
register.
because it's not open
Yeah,
yet.
but that's the plan.
Yeah, I think that's the process.
I don't know. This
Tell us how it works.
There's
in
a
the comments.
TikToker who has broken down. I'm gonna find them. There's a very beautiful young lady who's broken down how to use the expressway. I'm gonna find that video and then probably share. Then we'll see how to whatever it.
Did
But
you see that first accident on the expressway?
there was already
How we can't have nice things.
What did they spoil or were they hurt first of all?
No, but there were no I don't know how
are
it
they- who are they
happened. I'm a tattoo and something, but I don't think anyone was.
we really just had a very adult conversation right now about the state of the economy and the expressway.
Yeah.
And how we never used to discuss these things, you know.
We talk about boys. Just boys and where's the next hangout? Yeah. Where is it Mercury? Are we going to Mercury?
Hey, next time we're gonna start talking
Also,
about
a
voting.
funny thing, I'm finding it so interesting that Julia is saying it's the dad, her stuff is with the dad. For us, like, it's always been with the woman's side. And even for me, I'm finding myself, like, I'm the one who's taken up that role. So when Julia says it's in my dad's briefcase, I'm like, that is quite interesting.
My dad does those things that, like, when it's your passport, I used to go hard to, I'm like, Dad, can I have my passport? Where are you going? But now I have my passport. Obviously. Wait.
You're an adult.
Do I? Yeah, anyway, I have my passport. But I remember when I first had my passport in my room, I was very nervous about it being in my room.
Leaving Langata with it
Yeah.
is what made me nervous. I was like, I think maybe they should just keep it.
I don't want everything was kept for you. And listen, guys, maybe anyway, maybe that's my reality. I don't want somebody to say, I tell you guys are lucky, asking her to
It's just our experience.
me for real, my dad used to keep all our things.
That's so cool.
I think the only thing I kept for myself was my ID.
Okay.
And even then, there's a time he was telling me I should work with a copy of my ID. He keeps the original. There was something like, as in everything, I used to be like, hey, okay. The outside world is very serious about original documents.
Yeah.
So the first time I kept my own passport is when I went to uni abroad. Before that, there's a time I flew out, I came back and I gave him back the passport, my yellow fever, because I didn't want to lose it, or I was told you give it to me so you don't lose it, and it's my dad. It's not like he's not gonna give it to me. And then when I went the second time I went to UK, I paid for myself. So obviously now it's all on me. Hey, how you're an adult when you're applying for visas and you're not using your dad's. You pay for your own flights. You're not using your dad's bank statement.
Your own bank statement.
When they ask for bank statements to prove that you can afford.
Yep.
Let me tell you.
Yep.
And speaking of parents, let me tell you how you know you're an adult. You're constantly thinking about, first of all, retirement. Your own retirement. Because you can see your parents are aging, and also who's gonna take care of mom and dad? You know what I mean? Especially now the older you get, you start to see your parents taking care of their parents, and you're like, oh wow, so this is the cycle of life. Prior to that, it was just like me. When I get my money is me. Now I'm just like, okay, you've seen these things happen, like where. Anyway, let me tell you, my grandfather, he passed away. May he rest in peace, Mr. Raido. I remember my mom saying, hey, Akinaguka paid for their own hospital bills, something like that. And I was young at the time. I was like now 24, 10 years ago, 24, 25, 26. And I was like, so when he was supposed to pay? Because I guess it's usually the kids or there's something going on, So she was like, that's why it's important to work when you still have the energy. My mom calls it energy. She's like, now you have energy, make money. Because the time will reach where you can't do anything, you don't have any new ideas or whatever, Yeah, so now I'm just like, fuck. Why did you bring me here? And this place had so many rules. You should have set their kids out here. Do you know there are kids out here? There's people out here. Let me tell you, guys, not everyone is adulting. There's a pal of mine who knows a pal of mine. And this pal of mine was telling me, that pal of yours has never bought anything in their house. Like, their parents bought everything. Like, I mean, TV, couch, nini. And, when you look at this person's life, you're like, damn, they're doing well. I need to step up. But it's like, baby, you can't compare. It's a different lane because there are people out here who their parents or grandparents are so well to do. They're able to transfer that wealth down. You know your kid is moving out or your kid is getting married. You can buy them a house. You can pay their rent. You can buy them a car. You can furnish the house. And not everyone is on the same level. And that time you're just like, shit, I wish, you know what I mean? I wish, how comes this person has this, they have this car, they're able to go for these holidays? Because they're not paying for a loan for the last television they bought. I'm just giving examples. So
but are they humble? This friend of yours, are they?
Yeah. Because I didn't know. But you see, somebody I look up to in the sense of like, hey, I need to step up. But then now when I had that, I'm like, I need to actually stop stressing myself because me, I'm paying for everything by myself. Okay, even the last grain of sugar that was in my tea today, it is me. The curtains, the television, everything. So I might not have the same spending power as somebody else.
And that's a good step. Sorry. It's nice when you get to that point in adulting when you can you can tell yourself, please remember, don't feel pressure because
of
this person's circumstances are very different. I used to feel some bitterness towards people who are now from that generational wealth, because I'm just like, they've gotten such a big leg up. Like, how do we compete, you know? Yeah. But nowadays, I have that now that realization of we are not the same. Our whatevers are different. There's no need to feel bad.
I assume even for you, the mothers of the group, when Julia says, you know, like you guys are also like the money you're making or you're saving it's not about you, it's about your kids. Like it's you know you're an adult when the money you're making stops becoming yours. Like it's about what will you leave for your child, I guess.
I love that you said that because I wanted to actually add that point to what Julia was saying. Maybe 40% of the time I think about taking care of my parents. The other 60% is about taking care of my children and myself. So of course I help out where I can. And one of the tactics we've employed like as a family is we make sure our parents have gone for checkups so that we can pay their medical insurance, because you know how they say each family is one medical bill away from poverty. And me, I'm the one who championed that conversation. I was like, you guys, I love you so much, but if one bill hits us and we can't survive, I have 2 kids to feed, and I can't be put in a position where I have to choose between my parents and my children. It's very difficult for me. So I'd encourage you, if you're taking care of your parents, please make sure first you have health insurance for them. And I know health insurance, as she said, sometimes it's so weird. When people get to a certain age, you can't get health insurance. When they have chronic diseases, I think APA is one of the best health insurances out there. So anyway, do your homework.
I'm actually on APA, but I did my homework. And that's where I landed. But their premium is so expensive for the outpatient I get.
Babe, cheap is expensive. Before settling on an APA also, like,
yeah,
you'd rather just have that one where you don't go there and you copay, you don't have issues.
I still copay.
Okay. Do you have issues of who accepts the insurance?
No, not yet.
Because the others, the problem that you face is so many people just say no.
Yeah. No, I still copay. And you know what I like about APA? Yeah. There's a lady there. There's somebody I can call. And she's like, I'll sort it out. You know, so I like that their customer service is good. If this person is not available, she's like, please let me forward you to this guy. I'm not in the office. So I like that. Yeah. But I'm just like, why is my premium more than my outpatient? And I'm paying so much. Like my outpatient is so little. You know what else I think adulting also kind of hits you and goes like, oh my God, we're growing up. We're different. When we're young, you kind of hang out with the same people of the same background because you're going to the same schools, you're living in the same neighborhoods. So you grow up with these friends and it's like, okay, this is my experience, right? You pretty much feel like, I never used to notice, but I think that was just me. I never used to notice like, these guys have so much more money than us guys. Like I would see, but then I never used to feel anything. Like I'd be like, they have a nice car. Like, you know, when we're kids, does your car have that thing for pressing, for putting down the windows? And ours was like this for the longest time. And then, but I never felt like our car was less than. I still felt like we had a car. Like, you know, I didn't feel the difference between somebody's lifestyle and our lifestyle. Because I think I felt comfortable, 1. 2, so many of my friends were in the same estate. Exactly. In the same school. So. Okay, some guy might have rollerblades you don't have, but you don't feel now we are poor. I don't know. Me never used to feel those things.
You're not as aware.
I started to notice them now when we're older. Once you finish uni and you start working and you start kind of paying for your own things, getting your own car, paying for your own clothes, paying for your own, and then you start noticing the difference between somebody's lifestyle and yours. Yet growing up as kids, you were there. To me, you look like the same. You could tell the kids who are rich, okay, they've gone on holidays, they've gone to America. Okay, that is 1 in a million. But you don't feel waru because many of you are in Nairobi. It's just that one guy at their family, they've gone to Dubai. To do what? But see, we can go to Mombasa, we go to Naivasha. You know what I mean? But now, I think when you get older and it's like, you know, it's like a dick measurement the whole way.
It is.
What car do you have? What car do I have? What holiday have you gone for? How many holidays have you gone for? The partner you have, do they make more money than my partner? And
what part of town do you live
in? In fact, that is where it begins.
That's where it begins.
Babe, when we were young, if somebody tells you they've come to the club, somebody has come from Buru, somebody has come from Langata, somebody has come from Kile, someone has come from Kare, you just all hang out. And then we're just like, hey, you have a long way to go. Get home safe. But now it's like, where do you live? You start measuring.
They live in the burbs.
They live in the burbs. Another one is like, these ones, they're living beyond their means. They never have any money to spend after these ones, they look broke, but let me tell you, that guy is minting money. You know, like those are the conversations people are having now. And I'm like, yuck, I don't know if I like it. I just want us to be the same. Anyway,
That's how like peer pressure, like you feel it more now. Is it like peer pressure or how, like, I'm just wondering. Or is it just because you're saying you feel yuck? So do you feel pressure to try and keep up, or I'm just asking?
Of course, there's a pressure to try and keep up. Is that what they call peer pressure? No, I think what I'm saying is that it's noticeable. Like the variances of different lifestyles are noticeable. And you compare. So yes, that's the pressure. You compare.
Yeah.
Whereas before,
Yeah.
even if it was a comparison, there was not negative feeling attached to it.
I get you.
You know, if somebody has said, oh, us guys went to Mombasa for Christmas, us guys went to Nyeri, but there's no, it's fine. In Nyeri, I was with all my cousins and we had a great time.
Yeah.
But now, I don't know if it's social media. Honestly, I don't know. But now it's like, because we're older, like, babe, if you're in uni, this is me. If we're in uni and like you had more money than me, I wouldn't feel like, Ivy is given more pocket money. I'm like, see, I don't know. There's just a difference now. If you earn more than me, there's a, she makes more money.
Way more apparent.
Yeah, it's way more apparent. I think because we're the ones who are now making decisions on the money.
Yeah.
You know.
We're responsible for our own money.
We're responsible for our own money and we're responsible for our lifestyle. We're responsible for where we live. We're responsible for da-da-da. Yeah.
I know what I do when it comes to that is I find myself asking more questions. Like if I see that this lifestyle is different, I ask, what habits did you put in place for you to be able to get to where you are now? What do you do? So I'm constantly, how did you get here? What did you do? So I'm always trying to meet people to understand how it is that they did that. Whereas when I was younger, I don't think I cared. I didn't care. So I'm always asking, how did you get there? That's what I do differently.
I always console myself and I say, I only wash. But at times it fuels me as well though, because especially when I see two young girls with nice cars, I'm like, wala la la la, how did she get there? Like, at a mimi by this time, And anyway, the other thing is, you don't know how these people got their money. You don't know.
And you might see somebody with a nice house. You might see somebody with a nice house and a nice furnished sitting room. Only to discover they didn't even pay for it.
Yeah.
Or you might find somebody, so me, I'm just like, let me work with. And what happens is now, you see, before, when you're older, when you're young, the friends that you're with are default friends. The friends you go to school with, the friends you go to church with. I think us we are default friends, but thank God there's no huge difference in our lifestyles.
Yeah.
But now it's like I try to make sure the people I keep around are not people who are gonna give me that negative pressure. Like, babe, we're going to Italy. In July, do you want to come? We add you to the group. Motherfucker, I can't come to Italy. The fuck are you asking me that for? The fuck? So it's like, maybe I'm just like, before I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be careful about certain things.
Don't you think also we are lucky we've elevated almost at the same level? Because
things will change.
Things will definitely change because you can't go where I'm going. You can't, so people just start separating. You get new friends who can afford the lifestyle you have. So money changes a lot of things.
Yeah. I know J-Lo is like, I see zombie food by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Girl, inside you are, but outside you are not. Your lifestyle is not Jenny from the block. Yeah, the rocks are here. So.
Oh, man.
You're an adult when you start tracking your expenses. Like you have an Excel sheet with your budget for the month.
Yep.
And the prices of, Julia was saying she knows the prices of sugar.
Now I know.
Price of cooking oil.
I didn't know.
And then, you always wonder, where is the money going? But when you start tracking your expenses, you see where the money is going because you can see the increment of prices of foodstuff and whatever daily.
I think that's another thing. Recognizing when something goes up, even if it's not that significant.
Yeah.
You see, just now we're talking about the prices of gas going up.
Yep.
Because it adds up to your daily expenses, weekly expenses, monthly. It really hits you.
And it's the little things. I'm always telling guys that like if you tracked how much you spend on delivery fees to your house every day, my friends, you would make a point of just going to the supermarket, buying in bulk and things like that, even vegetables. Just yesterday, I called Shiki and told her, where do you get your vegetables from? Because this is ridiculous. I got a bill of 7,000 goddamn shillings for vegetables and fruits, and I'd buy them like every week or every other. I'm like, guys, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. My two kids
take a lot of
a lot. And then we also do fresh juices and then whatever.
Yeah, you need to go into the
Or
market.
the supermarket. You'd be surprised, guys.
Not supermarket.
Guys, even supermarket. I've done this before.
Market, Soho.
But I've done this due diligence also. You'd be surprised that the supermarket is cheaper. super. I will not go to the market, guys. I won't. I'll go to the supermarket. Okay, but then so you go to the market, you go yourself. If you go to the supermarket, you guys, you might be surprised it's cheaper. I've done this homework and I've talked to people.
No, it's not.
Some markets.
Even me, I've done, okay, maybe some markets, but like if you look at a bunch of sukuma wiki and spinach, and even fruits like a watermelon in a supermarket versus the soko I used to go to, Apple Limuru Road, the one we call Wendy Mengen. I don't know, it's called City Market, Parkland City Market there.
Yeah.
I like it because it's neat. Yeah, but then sometimes, like when I didn't want to, when my mom was not around, she used to send me there, but she used to have a guy. I got a guy, so I used to call him and say, okay, 2 kilos.
Perfect.
Whatever.
That's a proper solution.
But you see, the thing is, you don't know tender. It's 1.5 kilos and you've asked for 3 kilos. And you won't know, so they're in the car. That's my issue. Me, I like to go and pick for myself. They pick for you the ones they know Zinaribika. That's my problem.
You know, an adult, when you have to go to the market yourself.
When you have I was gonna say, you also know you're an adult when you're so mindful of the resources in your house finishing. Shower gel, toothpaste, tissue paper, lotion. You know, let me tell you, guy, I think I really misused my mother's house.
So you think the
Your hand wash
of toothpaste,
that hand wash. As in between meals, I'm washing my hands. Now I'm like, I don't need to wash my hands again. Serviettes. I'm like, these serviettes, let me just use one.
Me, it's shower gel. I know the dollop that is needed for
that for enough foam.
foam.
you even wrap the thing so that it forms
Yeah, guys.
You also know you're an adult. This is my final one, by the way. I've just thought about this. When you have a number for a plumber, you have a number for an electrician. You have a number for you have a guy for everything. You have ukona fundi wa painting. You have a fundi wa wambao. You have a rider. You have a handyman. That's how you know what's up. When you're efficient, the things used to say, guy, will I know these things when I grow up? When you hear your mom say, don't worry, I'll talk to you. Kemani will come. Wait, Kehos.
You don't know money comes. You don't know where
And it's magic. But now you have them. Now you're the one telling your mom, I have a guy. He's coming to bring for you. Hey. But I feel good when I plug my folks. When I'm like, let me pay the electricity bill. Even the tone changes. How are you? Kumbe, that's how I get respect in this household.
I've seen you send something small.
The other day, my mom. Exactly. Anyway, that's my bit. That's my bit.
Wow. In the comment section, please let us know when it hit you and hit you hard that you're an adult. And tell us how old you are, by the way, because adulting can start even at 18. Kwanza for firstborns. Hey, firstborns are the first true adults in their families.
There needs to be a holiday for firstborns.
We apologize.
We experience a lot of trauma. Our parents are the one. You're
the guinea pigs. They're starting with
the way
you.
my baby sister has been parented versus me, and I know my mom's going to be like, "Why do you always remember the bad things?" Mom,
trauma.
it's not. As in, I don't think that she was horrible, but I'm just like, Wambi was never beaten. Me, I was beaten, and I was told it's because you were very naughty. What?
I think it's just because you were the first experience in parenting.
Maybe I was just like a vocal kid. I wanted to understand why. Wambi is just with different personalities. You know?
But and that kawaii, by the way, even me, I've seen how it can be tough. My Shazi is a why. And she'll even say, no, I just want to know. I'm just asking so I can know. But sometimes that why comes and I'm just like, we finished the conversation.
Beaten. Even my mouth one day was pinched. I'll never forget. Hii mdomo yako unaongea. I cried. Na nisione ukilia. Nyamaza. My sister I remember my dad did for my sister. She cried for 2 days. I was like, you guys, are you serious? Me, I was beaten with a mwiko, a tape measure, a belt.
Must be rough.
I think it was just grabbed, whatever. Then even I was beaten for Derek since Derek breaks our window because I was there. We were put in the same bedroom and beaten, and I never forget that day. Imagine.
Yeah, we've said it before in It's a Motherhood. Please don't treat your firstborns
I had so much
as secondary parents too.
But don't worry, me and my mom are best friends right now. And the way she is with my niece, I'm like, wow, you had it in you, didn't you?
That's that the grandma has checked you. The grandma has checked you.
Very different. So let us know in the comments how you discovered that you are a serious adult. If you made it to this end of the episode, please, again, and if not subscribed, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Follow us on the socials. I think we're a lot of fun. We offer different vibes. We're all doing different things, and then we bring all those personalities here. What else is said?
Another thing is, we know that we're talking about, you know, you're an adult when, but we do realize there's some people who had to grow up very early in life. There's some of you who started to help the family financially, emotionally, and even with tasks as early as 8 years, 9 years old, maybe when somebody died. So this is just based on our experience, okay?
Disclaimer.
All right, good. Guys, see you next time. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Over 25, subscribe.